Hi, I'm Luma, and it is a very calm and peaceful September evening here. It's been one of those gorgeous, warm and golden late September days. So precious here at this time of year in Canada. This evening, I want to share with you a follow-up to last week's video about the fall equinox activation. That was a super high energy day. So for me, as a clear energy channel, I've got a very open energetic system. So things move through my body and through my energy field very vividly. And the energies animate my body, animate my being. It's kind of fun sometimes. Anyhow, that's how I can give you these energetic weather reports. Actually, I kind of run those energetic systems. They run through my energy field, and that's how I'm able to translate into words some of these energetic shifts, and to share them here with you, because I know so many of you are feeling so many different things. So this video I want to share with you about riding these different waves of the energies as they are coming through, how we may meet those energetic movements. So last week's video, high, vivid, sparkly energy coming through. And for the next 3 days after I made that video, there was wild storms out here. There were huge waves, high winds. One night it was so windy that my front door blew open in the middle of the night. It was wild. And the weather started to get cold, you know? And so after these like big, strong, high frequency energies move through us, they clean us out, literally, like that. So the weather here is always a reflection here of what's happening energetically. So a big washing out, a big cleaning, a big blow drying, or one of those like, annoying leaf blowing machines, those that just blow things away, blowing stuff away. What I was feeling was I just needed to lay down on my couch to ride those waves through. A lot of deep emotional material gets stirred up and lifted up to the surface. So a lot of people you may have been noticing quite different waves of emotional movements happening. And so when these really high energies come in, you can feel very uplifted, very high. You can feel the reality of new ways of living becoming an actuality. You can see the vivid colors, hear the sounds, feel more connected, calm and peaceful. And because we're in a polarized state and we're depolarizing, you can, on the opposite side of the polarity, you can be feeling really dark and really heavy. So some people have been sharing in the comments, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences, that you're going through those dark night of the soul experiences. So again, and I'll share from my personal experience, when high frequency energies come in, I can often go through like a healing crisis, that things get lifted up, stirred up. What's different now is that deeper things are getting cleared out, and what's happening with these high frequencies coming in is also expanding our capacity to feel so much more. And I've said this a few times before. We can feel a whole lot more. It means we can metabolize a whole lot more, digest, distill a lot of heavy, painful experiences that have been just sitting in our bodies and sitting in our cells and our organs and tissues, sitting in our etheric field, our mental field, emotional energies that have just been trapped in our being. These high frequencies, vibrate really fast and loosen those things up. So we'll feel it and things can move through really quickly right now. It's significant change that I'm noticing. So if you can, try to not suppress, repress, numb out, or freeze those uncomfortable feelings when they come up. It's to get comfortable with the discomfort, really feel it, let it express through, You know, like a small child, like a 2-year-old will feel something emotional and they'll have a temper tantrum, and the next minute they're happy playing again. We can be kind of let things move through like those kinds of emotional weather systems. So that energy gets transmuted, gets liberated, and that energy is available for us to be focusing our attention and our awareness on greater connectivity with each other. So moving forward here, unplugging, withdrawing our attention away from a lot of the dark and controlling systems, things that are falling apart, and always bringing our attention to, great, that's clearing the way for something new to be created in our lives. And where do we start with? Connection. We start with connectivity, connection to yourself, to what it is that you are truly feeling, acknowledging the truth of your experiences, and opening up that capacity for feeling. What I'm noticing is that it opens up all these receptor sites. They're like these little filaments that I see in our energy fields that correspond to our nervous system, through our etheric bodies and our many layers of energy bodies that connect us interdimensionally. And those receptors, so we can connect to higher levels of ourself, higher levels of consciousness, greater capacity for connection with the elements, the intelligence of earth, nature, animals, plants, rocks, minerals. So those, like these little receptor sites, because we've been in shock and trauma and pain, they kind of went and folded in, tucked themselves in. Some of them got kind of cut off and severed. So we're kind of regrowing some of that ability again to feel. So it starts with ourselves, being able to acknowledge what it is that I am feeling, being able to connect with another person and express and share more authentically, more honestly. That bridges, and we're able to connect with others. This is very important, coming out of what we have all been through here in the world in the past 3 years of very cruel forms of torture, of being separated from each other for various reasons, which we're quite well aware of. And my opinion that we're all suffering from different levels of PTSD, of how do we reconnect with ourselves? How do we be honest with what we've been through, what we are currently experiencing, and to reconnect with each other. And so it's, again, it's like these little feelers, these little filaments that are starting to regrow. And we can connect in again with our higher levels, those higher levels of consciousness, call them your soul, higher self, your teams that you work with in the other realms or other dimensions. Yep, so there's more communication that's possible. That's coming with these high-level activations, the clearing out of our system of numbness, frozen, disconnectedness. Yeah, so be very aware of where you're at. Sometimes that you're feeling that's too much, slow it down a little bit. Sometimes other people don't have that capacity online to be able to be connected with themselves or to truly authentically connect with others. And they're living in this kind of frozen, disconnected state. Yeah. And so, to try and ask them to listen to your feelings or to speak authentically, some people are in that shocked state of disconnection, and they've lost their capacity to connect authentically in a warm way. Yeah. So feeling that quality of warmth within yourself, and that warmth that we as humans in our very mammal bodies, it's a physical, palpable presence of warmth that softens our little filaments, that allows for connection, that allows for expansion. Again, there's a sense of calm, peace, comfort, perhaps, within the system as we're resetting so that we can calmly and clearly meet what is in front of us and see a whole lot more possibility than when we were in a very constricted, fearful or painful place. You know? What I'm also noticing as an energetic quality, and it's here reflected this evening, which is why I wanted to make this video on this really peaceful night, is this real quality of stillness, very grounded stillness, like there was some kind of interference frequencies running in the background that are just unplugged and they're just gone now. So give it a try to just let your attention go into the stillness, quietness, peacefulness that's more in the background. Yeah, let it come more into the foreground of your life. It's like a whole lot of static interference that's been running through the planetary grids and various technologies is not there anymore. Check it out for yourself. It may feel a little bit eerie when it's so quiet. You may feel like something's missing or you need to fill that space up with something else. Just watch that and pause. Be in the quiet, the stillness. And just taking in this beautiful still night here behind me. Still crickets singing too, how lovely. So take these peaceful pauses to be connected with yourself. And connected to the aliveness present right here, right now. So thank you for your kind attention, for listening and subscribing and sharing. Tune in again soon. I have some new offerings I'll be announcing here on my YouTube channel coming up in October. Some ways to participate in groups. So that'll be coming up very, very soon. Pretty excited about that and to be able to connect with more of you beyond the one-on-one work which I truly love working one-on-one with people, but it's just time to expand that out and help more of us to connect together, to share our experiences and amplify, you know, the beautiful new ways of living, more connected ways, more authentic, with greater warmth for each other, and so much beauty. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening and have a beautiful day wherever you are.